Garcia, this Jay. I'm on the Nitrous.
And I was at the dentist's office the other day. I was taking a nitrous oxide. I suggested if anybody's like stressed out.
Just chandelier. I might have seen Fat Joe, DJ Khaled with this song. It's that big boy, you know.
I'm thinking what?
2 million.
His son is a addict.
Right. Yeah, 50 said he put him in rehab.
Yeah, his son's a addict. You're broke after $5 million, and you gotta have it in a clothes habit, but you don't got nothing saved up, and you Big Meech son, you haven't found a way to run it up and take our name, and you gotta think what I'm saying as
I
a
was still
fella.
trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, you know, to live up to my dad's name.
Meech got Richard Millie's chrome hard jeans, 10,000. I buy some chrome hards for 10,000. I might wear them for a month, bro.
So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting classes. I had to go every day, 2 times a day.
50 Cent just put Lil Meech on blast, and it's not just about reckless spending. Reports suggest his financial troubles are also linked to an alleged addiction to nitrous oxide. Shortly after Lil Meech was spotted hanging out with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent exposed him, claiming the young actor squandered every penny he earned from BMF. We're talking millions. But that's not even the most shocking part. Cent revealed he didn't just invest in Lil Meech's career and fund his acting classes. He also had to step in when the actor was struggling with substance use. Insiders back up these claims, stating Lil Meech has been involved with whippets, a street term for nitrous oxide, also known as laughing gas. Instead of securing his future, rumors suggest he blew through his BMF earnings on designer clothes, flashy jewelry, and his alleged whippet habit. So when Big Meech was finally released after over 20 years behind bars, his son had nothing left to show for it. That's when Rick Ross seized the moment, fueling his long-standing feud with 50 Cent. But the real question remains, are these addiction rumors true? Did Lil Meech really throw away everything 50 built for him just to chase a high? Let's break it down. It seems Lil Meech is still bitter about being cut off by 50 Cent, and he's not even trying to hide it. This drama kicked off last month when Big Meech reconnected with Rick Ross for a Welcome Home concert, which ended up getting shut down. Then, 50 Cent escalated things by accusing Big Meech of being an informant. But what really caught people off guard was 50 turning on Lil Meech, the same actor playing the lead in BMF. When Lil Meech realized 50 had unfollowed him on Instagram, he wasted no time reaching out via DM. He insisted he had nothing to do with the drama, and made it clear he wasn't siding with Rick Ross. In fact, he didn't hold back, writing, F Ross. He even reaffirmed his loyalty to 50, saying, I would give you the shirt off my back. I can't believe this. You're acting like I'm your enemy when I've only shown you love and loyalty. I'm human. I have my struggles, but I never turned my back on you. But that didn't hold up for long. Once it became clear that 50 wasn't reciprocating that loyalty, and even hinted at removing him from BMF, Lil Meech did a complete 180. Instead of standing firm, he jetted off to Miami, where he was seen partying with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. And then, things got even more cryptic. He posted a photo of himself with his father, Big Meech, and Mayweather, adding nothing but the shushing face emoji as a caption. Now, speculation is growing that something major is happening behind the scenes. To make things even more interesting, new reports suggest Big Meech and Floyd Mayweather might actually be working on a business venture together. But here's where it gets messy. Lil Meech's so-called loyalty might have just been desperation after 50 Cent cut him off financially. Allegedly, he burned through his entire BMF paycheck in just a few years. Rather than making smart financial moves, he reportedly blew millions on designer brands, jewelry, and a celebrity lifestyle, without a rap career to back it up. Lil Meech was living large, flexing in custom chrome hearts jeans and bragging about spending $2 million on an iced-out watch. But behind the luxury, his bank account was rapidly draining. Reports suggest he spent $5 million in just 3 years on cars, clothes, and jewelry without making a single investment. And according to Tony Yayo, Lil Meech wasn't just reckless, he acted entitled. Apparently, he even suggested that people, like rapper Lil Baby, should be financially supporting Big Meech, as if it was their responsibility. What made it even wilder was, that while Meech was out here asking for money, he was also reportedly dropping $100K on a single pair of jeans. The contradictions didn't stop there. When he first met 50 Cent, Lil Meech himself admitted he had no direction, no plan, and no idea what was next for him. But 50 saw potential and decided to take a chance, investing in him instead of hiring an established actor. He even covered 2 years of acting classes, something he didn't have to do. You'd think that after getting such a life-changing opportunity, Meech would have done everything in his power to protect his future. But instead, it seemed like he assumed the money would never stop flowing, that someone would always be there to fund his extravagant lifestyle. And now, 50 just dropped another major revelation. Lil Meech was allegedly showing up to set under the influence. Who had to step in and clean up the mess? 50 Cent. Not only did he help him sober up, but he also paid for Meech's rehab after discovering his alleged addiction to whippets. For those unfamiliar, whippets get their name from whipped cream canisters, which contain nitrous oxide. People figured out they could crack them open and inhale the gas for a quick, dizzying high. Over time, the term whippets became slang for nitrous oxide use, especially in party and club scenes. But lately, this so-called party trick has been making waves in the celebrity world, with serious consequences. Prolonged inhalation of nitrous oxide deprives the brain and body of oxygen, leading to severe health complications. Long-term use can be deadly, causing unconsciousness, brain damage, or even death. While some downplay the risks, nitrous oxide abuse has already been linked to multiple tragedies, including the death of Aaron Carter. And now there are rumors that Kanye West might be caught up in it too. One of his former employees even alleged that Kanye uses a private dentist, not for dental work, but to keep his nitrous supply flowing. Now back to Lil Meech. His rumored addiction is becoming an even bigger issue. 50 Cent recently called out Big Meech, claiming he's been a negative influence on his son, making reckless spending and partying seem like the way to live. Meanwhile, 50 insists he was the only one who truly stepped up as a father figure, trying to help Lil Meech stay on track.
I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? Like, shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting classes. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow,
But
a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though, and it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience, so I was coming from the...
50 even hinted at some added drama. Reflecting on it, he seemed uneasy about my connection with Mimi. This revelation opens up a whole new discussion. 50 didn't hold back. He admitted, I'm telling Mimi I don't want him doing this. He's acting like X is normal. I tell Mimi to chill and stop spending recklessly, but he's out here boasting about how much he wasted. The situation only escalated. People weren't fully aware of how severe things had become until 50 Cent made another shocking claim. He revealed that he had to send Lil Meech to rehab. And it wasn't just 50 who noticed. Russell Hornsby also picked up on something, realizing Meech was visibly under the influence on set. Things spiraled further when Meech began vomiting during a weapons test, prompting Ian to inform 50 that Meech had whippets in his truck. At first, 50 Cent didn't even know what whippets were. He said, I looked and it's the stuff found in BB guns. But the real question remains, was Lil Meech truly struggling with a nitrous oxide addiction, or was 50 Cent stirring the pot? Turns out 50 wasn't just throwing accusations. Multiple industry insiders, including those who once ran with Lil Meech, confirmed these claims, stating that his substance issues were an open secret. One such insider, underground rapper Brick Baby, outright told DJ Vlad that Lil Meech is undeniably an addict. Brick Baby even criticized Meech for squandering all his earnings from BMF without considering his father's situation or securing his future. Now, fans are digging into Lil Meech's past, revisiting old interviews, And suddenly, things are adding up. Many are pointing to interviews where Meech appeared dazed, sluggish, and struggled to stay alert. Then there are the bizarre incidents, like the time he got into an argument with a Popeyes employee for no apparent reason. And let's not forget when he was arrested after the TSA found an unloaded firearm in his luggage, and he couldn't produce a license for it. But here's where things get even wilder. Meech thought it would be a good idea to lie and claim he was a minor. Keep in mind he was 22, approaching 23, at the time of his arrest. Making matters worse, he tried to leverage his fame, name-dropping 50 Cent in an attempt to sway TSA agents by emphasizing his celebrity status. To make things even more absurd, Meech told TSA one of the worst things anyone could say at an airport, that he hadn't packed his own bag. Then, doubling down on his claim of being a minor, he asked if he could retrieve his ID from his luggage. If he was truly underage, why would he have an ID proving otherwise? The entire situation was a disaster. Now with 50 Cent publicly alleging that Lil Meech had a nitrous oxide addiction, fans are viewing his erratic behavior in a different light. Was it just reckless decision-making, or was it linked to his alleged habit? Initially, when the tension between 50 Cent and Big Meech surfaced, fans sympathized with Lil Meech. Many criticized 50, claiming he was unfairly targeting Meech for his father's actions. Some even felt 50 had gone too far by exposing private text messages Meech had sent him. At first, fans assumed 50's actions were just part of his ongoing feud with Rick Ross, using Lil Meech as collateral damage. But fast forward to now, and the narrative is shifting, especially as Lil Meech aligns himself with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, making sure 50 sees it. The optics aren't good. Just weeks ago, Meech was openly dissing Rick Ross and pledging loyalty to 50 Cent. Now, he's acting as if that never happened. People are beginning to see Lil Meech as a liability, questioning whether 50 was right, to distance himself before things spiraled further. And with ongoing rumors about Meech's alleged nitrous oxide addiction, many are now saying 50 Cent's response was justified.
His son got it.
Right. Yeah, 50 said he put him in rehab.
Yeah, his son's got it.
Look, man, the fact...
I kicked it with Lil Meech, and you know he getting money and all that now, but this is like my unc's son. Like this is Big Meech, a dude that I was up under when I was 17, and I seen him, and his dad hates you and all that. So just like the lean and the opiates, like you got to think that wasn't in when Big Meech left. So you look at he looking down at drug addicts. So at the end of the day, I feel like Meech came home and felt like his son was a failure as far as what was going on.
A failure?
He's broke.
That's
You're
crazy.
broke. No, hold on. You're broke after your $5 million, and you got a habit and a clothes habit, but you don't got nothing saved up, and you Big Meech son, you haven't found a way to run it up and take our name. And you got to think what I'm saying as a failure, not a failure like, oh, you but as far as you were in position to keep the name going, and your $5 million went to you doing what? So now I come home and I'm looking for help from everybody else, but I put you guys in position in order to do something with my name and put some money up for the family.
Let's be real. 50 Cent went out of his way for Lil Meech. He didn't just offer him an opportunity. He acted as a mentor, invested his own money, and even funded his rehab. And how did Meech repay him? By burning through millions, spending recklessly, and then turning on 50 the moment he hinted at taking BMF off the air. But what's your take on this? Was 50 Cent right to cut ties with Lil Meech? And what do you make of the rumors about Meech's alleged nitrous oxide addiction? Share your thoughts in the comments, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next. Trust me, you won't want to miss the next video. See you there.